Good morning, students. Welcome to today's class. Today we are going to do the rest part of this chapter, that is amphoteric oxides, and then we will do some on that some reactions are there that we are going to discuss, and then neutral oxides are and these things we are going to discuss today. So let's start. Uh, Metallic oxides. Up to this we have done. So just let us recapitulate that. Metallic oxides are metallic oxides. So one metal will be there along with oxygen. Okay. So these metallic oxides, as these are basic in nature, because why these are basic in nature? Because metallic oxides, when they react with water, they will produce bases. Okay. They will produce bases or alkalis. So metallic oxides we are going to call as basic oxides also. In the same manner, non-metallic oxides we are going to call as acidic oxides, as they will react with water to produce different acids. Now there are few oxides are there which will show both the basic and acidic character. That means they will react both with acid and bases to produce salt and water. Those oxides we are going to call as amphoteric oxides. So amphoteric oxide. So examples of this kind of oxides are like zinc oxide, ZNO, aluminium oxide, Al2O3, lead monoxide, PbO. These oxides we are going to call as amphoteric oxide. Why? Because they can react both with acid and base to produce salt and water. That means they can show both the properties of basic and acidic. Both the natures they will show. So let us see some reactions of these oxides. Zinc oxide, if we add hydrochloric acid in it, then it will form zinc chloride, ZnCl2 and water. So here this is a acid, hydrochloric acid, and as it's reacting with acid to produce salt and water, so here it will act as a base. Same manner, if we make it react with sodium hydroxide, NaOH, then it will react. I'm not let us do this. So it will produce, this is sodium zincate. Okay, sodium zincate, this is also a salt. Along with water will be formed. So sodium zincate. Now here this is a base, and zinc oxide is reacting with a base to produce salt and water. So here its character will be basic, its character will be acidic. It is acidic in nature, and it is here, it is basic in nature. Okay, so zinc oxide can act both as basic and as acidic. Okay, they can show both as basic character and acidic character. That's why this is called, zinc oxide is called amphoteric oxide. Okay, this is. In the same manner, if we make it react, let us see the reaction of lead oxide then with same HCl. So here instead of zinc we are going to get lead chloride, and here if we make it react with sodium hydroxide, then it will produce, instead of zinc, sodium zincate. It will produce sodium plumbate. Okay, Na2PbO2. And same water will be produced. This is now aluminium oxide. This is also can show amphoteric this amphoteric in nature, basic and acidic character both. So here we can see lead oxide is showing in the same manner as of zinc. Lead oxide is showing both the basic and acidic character. Now we are going to do this with aluminium oxide, Al2O3. Aluminium oxide. So this will react with HCl to produce aluminium chloride, AlCl3, along with water. Okay, so here we have to take 6 HCl. This is a salt. Let us make it react with sodium hydroxide. So here we are going to get sodium aluminate. Okay, NaSO2. Okay, 2 NaLO. So here you can see this is basic character it's showing, and this is acidic character when it's reacting with a base. Sodium hydroxide it's forming a salt, and when aluminum oxide is reacting with acid, that means here it is showing a basic character to produce salt and water. That's why these three oxides, these are called amphoteric oxide. Amphoteric means see, ampho means both. Okay, amphibia, like, okay, so ampho means both. That's why this is called amphoteric oxide. So here we have an activity. An activity is there, that is with copper carbonate. Okay, with copper carbonate, CuCO3, if we heat this is green in color, light green, this salt. If we heat this in a dry test tube, if we heat this, then we are going to get, this will decompose to produce copper oxide, which is black, along with carbon dioxide. Okay, so this reaction we can get. So this green color will change to a black residue, copper oxide. Black solid we are going to get. Okay, next, non-metallic oxides. What are those? Non-metallic oxides means carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitric oxide, water also we can call. Water actually we will take it as neutral oxide, though it is a non-metallic oxide. NO is also a neutral oxide. So this will simply we can produce this by making them react with oxygen. C plus O2 CO2, like S plus O2 SO2. Okay, we have to heat this. NO also in the same manner, but here we need nitrogen and oxygen when they will react. Here we need to heat them in a high temperature. Okay, high temperature, near about 3000 degrees centigrade temperature we have to heat them. Then we are going to get NO, nitric oxide. Okay, water also, hydrogen and oxygen, if we make them react together in high temperature, then we are going to get water, H2O. So in this manner we can get the non-metallic oxides. Now this we will see when the non-metallic oxides react with water, they will produce acid. Okay, non-metallic oxides, suppose carbon dioxide, if these are very easy, CO2 plus H2O, we are going to get H2CO3. This is carbonic acid. Carbonic acid, the same manner, if SO2 reacts with water, H2SO3 we will get. This is sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid. Okay. Sulfurous acid. This is sulfur dioxide. If we use sulfur trioxide, SO3, then we will get H2SO4. This is, sulfuric acid. Okay. Nitrogen dioxide, NO2, when it will react with water, we will get nitrous acid and nitric acid. HNO2 plus HNO3. Okay, this reaction you have got in acid rain, I think. Okay, nitrous acid and nitric acid. So here we have to take 2NO2. Okay, this is. If this acids, this metallic oxides, this is, I think, clear. Now, when this metallic oxides react with, as these are acidic in nature, so they will react with base. They will react with acid to produce. No, these are we are talking about acidic oxide, CO2. So when this acidic oxide will react with base, suppose sodium hydroxide, NaOH, it will react to produce what? Sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 plus water. Salt and water we will get. This is a salt. Okay. So 2. Okay. 2 NaOH. The same manner, if sulfur dioxide is there and if we make it react with sodium hydroxide, which is a base or alkali, it will produce Na2SO3. This is sodium sulfite. Sodium sulfite. Here we can make it react with KOH also, then we will get potassium sulfite, K2SO3. In the book it is written, the first one, see number A, where carbon dioxide is reacting with sodium hydroxide, there also it is written potassium sulfite. Okay, in the product. Okay, Na2CO3 is written. This is the correct one, but the name is written wrong. That is, potassium sulfite is written, but it will be sodium carbonate. This is sodium carbonate. So you just correct it. So this is non-metallic oxides, like as we said, water, carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, nitric oxide, all these, carbon monoxide, water, nitrous oxide, nitric oxide, these are neutral. These are neutral oxides. So if we introduce a red or blue litmus, a moist red or blue litmus in these gases, if you hold a moist blue or red litmus in the gases, then they will not show any color change. So here we are not going to get any color change. Okay, no color change will be there, as these are neutral in nature. Okay, so carbon monoxide, water, nitrous oxide and nitric oxide, these four are neutral oxide. That's why they will not show any basic or acidic character. That's why if we introduce a litmus paper or any indicator, they will not show any color change. So this is, here we have finished this chapter, and next day you just go through this reactions and all. Next day we are going to do this exercises are there that we will discuss in the next class. Okay, till then take care and keep studying. Have a nice day. Thank you.